Hi friends, so in this video we would talk about a very interesting thing, and that is float and clear. Before moving ahead and telling you how it works and what is the purpose of it, let me tell you to subscribe my channel, like this video, share this video, and don't forget to comment below. Okay, so let's start. Here is my VS Code that I have opened. Now I would create a new file as Akshut 22.html. Okay, so it would be created here. Yeah, it is created, and the first thing we do after creating the HTML file is we add the boilerplate here. So I would emit the abbreviation here. I would save it, and I would start the live server so that I am live and this document is refreshing. Yeah, so I think it should open here. Yeah, it is blank and the title has updated. Now I would change the title to float and clear property. So this is a these are two properties in CSS which we would learn about them today. Okay, so for now let me start making a div. Let's create a simple div with the class mm, main. Okay, inside this I would create some more divs with class. Let me take it as HTML. I would duplicate them and I would change the class HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So these are three classes that I am having here now. I would open the mark here. Okay. So, and one thing I would do else more is I would go here and I would put the style tag in my header so that we are able to add the internal CSS. Yeah, and so first I would remove the margins and padding from the web page. So I would select here HTML and I would remove the padding from, or I should select body. Yeah, I would select body and then I would set padding 2 and 0 and then margin to 0. Next, what we will do is we would make a universal selector here for a later purpose here, and we would add the class here now .html. In this class, or first I should create .main, then I would create .html, then I would create .css, and then I would create .javascript. All of our classes are created here now, and I would start coding here. So in the main I would add a border 2 pixel solid black. Let's see, as you can see here it is appearing. I would change the height to 100% and width to, I would change it to 50%. Here like the width got changed, and the border I don't know about that. Next I would change the height also to 90%. Then I would add the margin as auto to lighten it in the center. It's in the center now, and I would do it, if I do it 20 pixel, let's check. Oh, auto height auto, and width also we will do auto here, or width I would do 560 pixel. It's in the center. Let's check what's the error. Okay, so this div isn't having something in it, which has some things. So I would add p tag here, a paragraph tag containing lorem text, and lorem I would do 50, emit, go to settings, command palette, toggle word wrap. I would do the same here, lorem 50, and here lorem 50. I would save all of them, and as you can see the border is appearing now. I would also add the margin on the y-axis as 50 pixel, space, and save. Yeah. Now I would style these boxes. So I would add, or I would style this only first. I would change the background color to aqua. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I would change this. I would also add a border here. Border 3 pixel solid and what color? Brown, so that it's like visible to both of the places. Yeah, so as you can see here is a difference. I would change it to red and this one to green. Now there is change here. I would add margins here. So alt, I would add margin 10 pixel. Yes, now it's pretty good. Here, like as you can see these text here visible. Before moving ahead, I would also like format it somewhat more so that it's a good page. I would name them as the headings h1 css, h1 javascript here. Yeah, so these are also added, and next now let's do some fun things with it. I would now tell the float property here. So first I would change the width of it to 30%. This I would change to 50%. Yeah, as you can, or I would remove this only from here, 30 and then percentage here. As you can see this is resized here, so it is falling in the left side, so we call it like it's floating to the left side. So there is one float property here which we can use for making it to float in different sides. So if I do right, then it would float on the right side. If I do it center, or let's check what are the properties of it here, right, left, inline start, and initial, inherit, and all of these, I would do it left. So it's in the left now. So this is floating in the left. I can do the same with these. Okay, and now you can see one thing, it is overlapping these two boxes. If I like copy these here, so as you can see it is like entering this JavaScript area which is disturbing the JavaScript, and like it is approximately like if you say that it's entering its path or the box which like doesn't have to enter. So to avoid this, we use one property which is clear. So if I do here clear left, so this means that it would clear all of the things appearing on appearing on the float left, and then it would remove them from its entry path or the part where the main content is there. As you see, when I added clear left, it cleared all of the elements which are floating to the left. Next, if I do here, if I make it to float right, now it's not appearing here because this is big. So I would add some more lorem text here, lorem, and 40, save, and now you can see now it's overlapping this. So if I would do right, then it would overlap to the left. So what to do now? What should we do here? In this case, we use one thing, both. So there is one property here which is both. So what it does is it tells the other elements to not enter its path, which are floating to the left and floating to the right. So all the elements floating to the left and right would be removed here, and this div would be would be alone, and others would also be alone. So I would just do it right, and I would change the percentage to 49 and 48. Let's see what happens. As you can see, it's overlapping because of the content. So if I do it 45, 49, oh sorry, yeah, 45, still the same problem. And if I do this also 45, then you can see these both are at the same path and they can appear. So this was our float and clear properties. So let's make a summary of this, what we have learned today. We have learned how to make this to the float and to the, so float properties basically which would make the element float to a particular position, direction, like left or right. And clear property is like all of the elements entering in one element with the float property when used, or height property when used, like as you saw before. So to avoid that, we use clear property. Okay, so this was our clear and float properties. And now let's do some formatting on this text, as it's not looking so good. I would add some to this. I would add padding to pixel to my paragraphs. I think so they should be added. Oh, I did one error here. I didn't use paragraph text in this CSS and JavaScript. I would do that then again in a minute. Yeah, so now this some padding is here, so it's not aligning in the border. I would change the background color. So let's say black, and this we would make it white, and all of the text color we would use the universe property. So text color, there is no property, so we would use color property here and color to the white. Yeah, now it's more good. And now I would go to Google Fonts and browse some good fonts which can be used on a web page. So here, let's check good ones here. I think this would be a good one. I would do this. I would select this style. I would link the style sheet here in the head tag, and I would change the font family to this. Let's check how it looks. As you can see, there is a change in the text or font style family, so it's pretty good now. I would also make a h1 here containing web designing. Here it would be added. I would add some padding. I would add a class to it, which can be class and head. Okay, so I would do dot head. margin 2 pixel, 5 pixel. Yes, and now we would change the font size, so we would make it 50 pixel, and we would align it to the center, text align, center, and text decoration we can do white, so underline. Next we would add font width, which is bold. Let's check some more properties here, and in the text yeah, so I think this is pretty good now here. So in this we learned how to like add the float and clear property and what is their purpose, and I hope you like this video. So today's lesson is ending here, and before ending I would say you to subscribe my channel, like this video, share this video, and don't forget to comment below. Also, if you are learning web designing, so you should bookmark my playlist and save it at your end by going on the playlist section here, viewing full playlist here of web designing in English or any other playlist, and then bookmarking here by this. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and I would see you next time.